sources have disputed your claim of election fraud. And we're back. Mike Cernovich, Cernovich.com, here to talk about how we are witnessing, and what a blessed time that we live in, that we are witnessing mass mind control in real time. And that even though they told us how they were going to brainwash us, it doesn't really matter. Someone says, why is this good? Because you're not a student of human nature and human psychology. What I've learned separating the wheat from the chaff is that there are two types of people in this world. People who think that the election is over. Well, I think the election's, that's a different story, but there are two types of people in this world. People who think that the world ends if Donald Trump lost, and people who know that it's only begun. I have seen, so just to put my cards on the table. I lost 10,000 Twitter followers because I said Joe Biden is going to be president and he's going to be in office January 20th or 21st. I lost 10,000 followers for that. A bunch of snowflakes. Good riddance. But that said, that doesn't mean I don't think we're not being mind controlled. That doesn't mean I don't think that there's not brainwashing. That's why people keep saying to me, you're contradicting yourself. You're playing both sides. I'm actually not playing both sides. I'm telling you that we are under the greatest mind control experiment in human history. Mind control at scale. Mind control on Instagram. I just want to go on Instagram and look at friends of mine who have kids and see what their kids are up to. And I want to look at, frankly, hot chicks. And that's kind of it. You know, that's what I can't even go on Instagram. I can't even go on Instagram without them telling me that Joe Biden's the president. Do you know what I'm saying? What happened was we're under a mind control experiment never before seen in human history. And there's really no other way to put it. It is a mass mind control, even though I think that Biden is going to be in the White House on the 20th or the 21st. I always get the date wrong. That said, I think that what people who are losers don't understand is that it's the end of the beginning, but not the beginning of the end. How is it mind control? It's a great question. So how is it mind control that the day before the election? Okay, so how is this mind control, ma'am? You seem young, so maybe young lady. How is it not mind control when weeks before the election, we were told by the media and we were told by social media, big tech, hey, you're not going to know the winner at the night of the election. It might take weeks to know the winner. Okay, so that's what they told us. Let's just keep track. This is a skill that it's good if you're an intel officer like Jack Posobiec was. Thank you for your service, Posobiec. If you're an intel officer like Posobiec was, a lawyer like me, you actually keep track of what people say. That is, if you want a real life superpower, just learn how to keep track of what people have said and what they're telling you and what they say. The media told us for weeks, big tech told us for weeks leading up to the election, hey, chill out. You're not going to know the winner the night of the election. It takes weeks to certify the results. Relax, man. All good. Now they're telling us it is a coup. It is a coup to not concede. It's like, well, hold on, bro. Hold on a second here. You just told me leading up to the election that I should expect the results to take weeks to be finalized. And now you're telling me Joe Biden is the president, and that if you dispute that and you want to recount your election disinformation and you're crazy and you're doing a coup, right? No one said coup. Are you kidding me? That's the whole narrative, you idiot, you buffoon. That's where the mass mind control. All the true story, here's the true story. Al Gore conceded on December 13th. Is it December 13th? Right? That's the question. Al Gore conceded on December 13th. Is it December 13th? Is it even Thanksgiving? So why then are people calling it a coup? There's a process that has to be filed. The election results have to be certified. A media call is not official result, but the mass hallucination, the mass mind control is big tech is telling us official sources dispute these claims. Right? Is an election projection from the Fox News desk an official source? No. That's where the hallucination comes in. Most people, low information voters, don't know that the election results have to be certified under various state laws, and they'll be certified. And by the way, I think Joe Biden will take office the 20th or 21st. So I'm glad that things are. I support the process playing its way out, but I don't think that things are going to be reversed. That said, how can I be upset that the Trump campaign is rallying the base, waiting to certify the results, going to court, and we're not even a real Al Gore hours yet. We're not even December yet. Right? I love people like, you're delusional. What have I said that's delusional, brother? If you're telling me that I'm delusional and you're watching my parents, hair. See how that hair like kind of hides out? Right? You look from I kind of push you in the back. You don't really know what you're going with. I just look like a, typical guy. And then, whoa, look at that mane right there, right? It's like the surprise. It's like sometimes you meet someone for the first time and you like think they're kind of attractive and you're like, wow, what's that? It's kind of like my hair is. I call my hair the pleasant surprise, where you think you're getting one thing which is good, and then you get something that's even better, and you don't even know. So that's what I would just ask people to do is pay less attention to the given result, right? Because I think that I think November 8th or November 7th or November 4th was the end of the beginning, not the beginning of the end. Do you understand the difference of that? The end of the beginning, but not the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end of Trump was when he fired General Flynn. That's where people who are new and have found me, this is why you don't understand me. I said the day that General Flynn was fired, I said that's the beginning of the end for Trump. That was a weak move. He never should have done it. And now the Russiagate hysteria is going to take it to like the next extreme, right? And people are like, you don't know, trust the plan. Sean Hannity told me TikTok. Lindsey Graham and Hannity said that you had to do it. And we all see how that ended. And we see that like Cerno was right. And that was the beginning of the end. But Trump leaving office is not the beginning of the end. It's the end of the beginning. It's the end of Act One, right? Okay, so ma'am, you're asking respectful conversation. See, Sarita. So I'll respect you in kind. You're being respectful, and I appreciate that. And we're not used to that. Usually people just troll. So I'm not saying that the election was rigged. Here's what I'm telling you, though. You don't actually rig a national election. What you do is you get 20 or 30,000 votes in certain states, and that's how you do it. You don't rig the election with millions of votes, right? You don't rig the election with millions of votes. So it's actually not that hard. It's not that hard to have ballots stashed away, to have your people inside the polling place, to have in Georgia a pipe burst. Remember that they quit counting votes in Georgia because of pipe burst? You guys remember that? Who remembers that? There was in Georgia, they had to stop counting votes because a pipe burst. So a pipe burst. And nobody thought, interesting. So a pipe burst. I wonder if a pipe burst, if a work crew could come in, and I wonder if the work crew could have ballots put in equipment boxes, right? Have you watched Money Heist? Have a little imagination, right? You don't need Money Heist level sophistication. You just have some ballots stashed away. Oh, it's looking bad. A pipe burst. Oh, we got to send in a crew. Is anybody checking what the equipment of the crew's carrying? What's in the toolboxes? Interesting, right? Isn't that fascinating? A pipe burst. And I'm just supposed to take it. Like I've told people, I know my role on so to have a racial connotation, but I know that I'm allowed to work in the house like a sharecropper. I know that I'm not given full rights as everyone else on social media. I know how people on the left target me and what they've done to me and fake videos they made of me and fake photoshops they've made of me. I know what you can get away with on Twitter from the left, and I know what they do to me. So I'm in the house as a sharecropper, and I know my place. I know my place under the new Jim Crow, under big text Jim Crow. Under big text Jim Crow, when a liberal walks down the sidewalk, I have to stand on the road and let him pass. A liberal can call me the most heinous of names, but if I clap back, now I'm harassing them. So I understand my role, master. I understand my role. But there are some things that I'm fucking dignity. Do you know what I'm saying? I can be an indentured servant on the sharecrop under big text new Jim Crow. Kinda, but a man has to have dignity. And when you tell me that a pipe burst said they had to quit counting votes, and I can't go, did workmen come in and did anybody check the repair boxes they had, their toolboxes? I just can't go that far, right? Every man has its limits. It's sort of like the movie Braveheart, where they oppress you, they steal your money and stuff, and then they're like, they're going to bang your wife on your wedding night. And you're just like, no. Like, I understand that we all are to varying degrees a servant to someone. We are all on, varying degrees a servant, and we have to eat a lot of shit in life, and that's just the way of the world. But like in Braveheart, the guys come in, they're taking your property, they're like roughing people up, but then they're gonna bang your wife on your wedding night, and then you're like, okay, whatever happens happens now. If I get tortured to death, I get tortured to death. If I get publicly face public immolation where they split open your guts and pull out your intestines, hey, say, you know what? I'm just not gonna go there. And if for me that means I can't just say I think it's interesting that Georgia had a pipe burst, then what's the point? Right? What's the point? What's the point of anything? What's the point of anything? So we all, in life, we all have to have some dignity. We all have to have some limits. But the flip side is if you're a conservative, you do have to know your place. That's where the conservatives to get banned haven't accepted their second class status under big text Jim Crow laws. They just don't realize, well, but the left does it. But the left does it. Yeah, welcome to Jim Crow, man. That's how a lot of people in this country lived. And now maybe it's like karma or something, but that's how conservatives have to live now. I don't think it's fair to me because my family immigrated from Yugoslavia. So my great grandparents immigrated from Yugoslavia. My grandfather fought in World War II. We were never doing Jim Crow stuff. So I don't really think it's fair that now I have to live under big tech's new Jim Crow law because of things that my ancestors never even did. But, that's life. It's a form of blood libel. If you're white, modern day blood libel. So just